Hi everyone. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. I'm having an iffy day. I don't know if I'm feeling good or not. That's iffy. Um, it's funny, I get up sometimes and I'm doing really good and then I don't know, I just lose it a few hours into the day, So I haven't had my nap today. Maybe that'll help. But I'm concerned if I don't put a video up soon, the algorithm gods are going to be mad at me. So today I wanted to talk to you about the importance of advanced directives. You may know this as a living will or a DNR, but it is a statement of your wishes, and a lot of people don't like to talk about that, and I get that. But what if you or your loved one had a sudden stroke and couldn't communicate? So as uncomfortable as it might be, it could save a lot of heartache later. I get a lot of people for grief counseling who want to know, did they do the right thing, because there was no advance directive, there was no conversation. Loved one passed suddenly. Well, maybe not so suddenly. They were probably in the hospital, incapacitated for a while, and we leave that burden on our loved ones, and that's not a good thing. That's not a burden I would want to leave on anybody. It's very important that you talk about your wishes in all kinds of scenarios. A lot of things happen immediately, and there's not a whole lot of time to talk sometimes. But from stroke, as we talked about, or a long-term illness such as cancer, something terminal, ALS, there's so many devastating things that can happen, and happen in every family. But it's important that every family talk about it, and that every person, if you're living, if you're breathing, you should have a document. I got mine on the internet actually, and it was free. There's lots of downloads that you can get for free, and then I just filled it out. I'm going to share this with you. It's called My Living Will, but you could do a search on that. You could do a search on advanced directives. You can do a search on DNR. There's plenty out there. So I wanted to just as a glance, I direct my attending physician to withhold or withdraw life-sustaining treatment that serves only to prolong the process of my dying. So this is if, you're on a ventilator, if you're on life support, and you don't want to be, you don't think that's gonna be what you want after. There could be a situation where the doctors believe that you didn't get enough oxygen, and that maybe you will be brain dead, and those are the things that would be listed in here. So if I'm in the condition described above, I feel especially strong about the following forms of treatment. And then we have a list of I do or do not want cardiac resuscitation. I do or do not want mechanical respiration. I do or do not want a tube feeding or any other artificial or invasive form of nutrition or hydration. I do or do not want blood or blood products. I do or do not want any form of surgery or invasive diagnostic tests. I do or do not want kidney dialysis. I do or do not want antibiotics. And then there are other sections. You can designate a loved one to speak on your behalf if you can't. Maybe there's a situation that's not listed here. And there's also an opportunity here to name a second surrogate if the first one's not able to serve. So it's a little bit of a POA without having to do the whole POA for health. And it also then just shows you the date and that you signed it. And you can get witness signatures, but it really isn't necessary. I would check in the state that you're in, though, because I would imagine this is more of state law than federal. So maybe it is required in your state. I'm not sure, but I didn't get a notary or anything. I did get 2 witnesses to sign it. I just don't know if it was necessary or not. I would hope that they would respect your wishes if your signature's on it, but it's really important to do. You know, that is the gift you could give your family, and sometimes we have to pry something like that out of other family members as well, but it would be worth it, especially if you have elderly parents, or you know, you're a caregiver of sorts. You know, if I was younger, I would still say this is important to do, but if I was younger and healthier otherwise, and an incident happened, yeah, I probably would like to take those life-sustaining measures, because, you know, if everything, like if I was in a car accident and otherwise was very healthy, and that's when it's really important to have someone on your side that can make a decision for you like that. But having an advance directive, I would say, should really be for everyone. Yeah, elderly parents and I mean, I think every generation doesn't like to talk about it, but I find as we get older and we get a little closer to the reality, it's hard for a lot of people to talk about. So that is a video that I did before, and I guess that I'm just driving that message home because it is important, and this needs to happen. So this is your homework assignment. I'll let you go get a piece of paper and a pen and write down what your wishes are. It doesn't even have to be on the DNR. It could also be, if I was facing death, do I want to die in hospice? Do I want to? Not everybody wants to die at home, especially if you don't have the right caregivers, or you know, you may need to be in a facility. It might be in your best interest. There's also different scenarios as far as when the time comes. I would like this, I would like that. Funerals, do you want to be cremated? There's a lot of new options now. Some people don't even have funerals anymore. And your loved ones need to know that, because I'm tired of answering them, answering the people that survive and come to me and ask if I did the right thing. You know, as long as the intention was good, you did the right thing. And they don't get really mad at you, but we want to honor wishes. That's just what we do with our loved ones, you know? Nobody says, well, I'm going to cremate them because they wanted to be in a casket. But it's important to know. All right, so with that, I'm going to leave you, and I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, morning, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Feel blessed, because you are blessed, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.